I don't want to see another baby die. I don't want to have another mom go through what I'm going through.
It should be justice, not just us.
Right now at 6, two parents, complete strangers, and tonight they share one tragedy. Both now trying to find a way to cope after losing their kids to murder. Tonight, they're now demanding justice. And this comes after Columbus police responded to 4 different shootings that hurt 7 people. All of those shootings happened within 24 hours. We have updates on a couple of these cases, but first, a message from grieving parents. 10 TV's Ashley Bornanson spoke with these families along with leaders in law enforcement and defense about recent bond issues with some violent crime suspects. Ashley is live outside the Franklin County Courthouse tonight. Ashley?
Yolanda, it's been a violent week here in Columbus with several shootings happening across our city. I spoke with a few families who question whether the people committing these crimes are getting off too easy with low bonds.
Considering the seriousness of the charges, I really do think that the bond was too low. I mean, to me and my family what if it was your child?
Reginald Moffitt's stepson died in last week's Tuttle Mall shooting, and he argues the man accused of killing Dontarius Sylvester should have never been let out of prison.
If someone murdered your child and you let the shooter or the killer out on bond, that just basically set me and my family up for failure. What if we would have crossed paths?
He wasn't shooting innocent people. He turned himself in, so is he a flight risk? He's not a flight risk. Is he a danger to the public? Fair argument.
John Rutan, a Columbus criminal defense attorney, says when it comes to shootings like the one at Tuttle Mall, there's a lot more to the case than what the public sees.
Before you jump down a judge's throat, you should understand this. If he has no priors, if he's not fleeing, okay, he's not a flight risk. You don't just give somebody a bail because they're charged with a crime. Remember, protect the public, secure your parents.
Police arrested Tyrone Gray Jr. shortly after the shooting, and he was charged with murder. Gray posted a $50,000 bond and was released from jail a short time later. Rutan argues violent crimes should have tough penalties, but high bails do prevent some offenders from getting help and potentially turning their lives around.
So if somebody has a drug problem, drug help, they don't need to spend the money on bail. They need to spend it on outpatient treatment. They need to spend it on medication. They need to spend it on counseling, not on bail.
But if they're a danger to the public,
hammer them. Keep them in there.
The current bond situation is affecting crime on our streets because there's no jeopardy for doing the crime in the first place.
Jeff Simpson with the Fraternal Order of Police says the low penalties are just putting criminals back on the street.
These are slap on the hands, even committing a murder. In some cases, of an aggravated assault, a manslaughter charge comes with a plead out, and there's simply no jeopardy.
Simpson says low bonds like the Tuttle Mall situation is not only dangerous, but sending the wrong message to the public about crime.
What does that say to the community? What does that say to the victim's family? What does that say to the criminals that see that? To where they know that they can walk and take their chances in court or flee or do other things to evade capture when they're ordered to come back into court.
now I did reach out to the courts, but it is a federal holiday. We are expected to hear back in the upcoming days as lawmakers look to reform the laws. Live in Columbus, Ashley Bornanson, 10 TV News.